Hi everyone, Jules here with Dropping Jules, and today I have my friend Kristyn with me, and we're going to be talking everything from real estate, business, mindset, and whatever we come up with. So, without further ado, hi Kristyn, hi my friend, how are you today?
Hi, Jules. It's so good to see you, my friend.
Yes,
Yes, I'm doing great. Yeah,
yes, thank you for joining me. I'm so excited.
I'm so happy to be here. We've talked about doing this for a little while, so I'm so
Yes.
glad that it worked out.
Finally, our schedules have aligned and the stars
Yes.
have aligned, so we're here. We're here. So, yeah, good to see you. You look great in your baseball hat. Roles are reversed because usually I'm the one in the baseball hat. So glad that you're here. Tell us a little
It's like
bit.
a Freaky Friday thing that I was expecting you to be in a baseball cap, and you look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we met at Owners Club. So that is one of Pace Morby's elite community. So happy to have met you. Share a little bit with us about your real estate journey and how you got started and whatever you want to share. We'll start with an easy question first.
Okay. Well, we did get to know each other through Owners Club. We were at a retreat, and you were so friendly. I feel like we just became fast friends just immediately.
Yeah,
So,
appreciate that. You and me both.
friend.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so glad to call you my friend and happy for what you have going on. So yeah, I got started about a year and a half ago, and it was really out of a place of need. I had a very singular purpose. I had a family home that I wanted to acquire after my mom had passed away, and I had no idea how to make that happen with my full-time job. And my full-time job was something that I wanted to walk away from anyway. And so I think I was just looking for multiple strategies and streams of income where I would be able to do that. And I found WREIN, which is also another community that we've been in.
Yes.
Yeah. And we didn't know each other in that community, unfortunately, but it's a common bond for sure. And that was a great starting place for me, though, because it gave me the starter points of the education and kind of opened my eyes to what was available in this realm that I had no idea before anything about real estate investing. So I was really excited when I found out you didn't have to have your own money.
Yes.
because yeah, I didn't even have my own money to buy the house, the family house. So I just kind of dove right in. Something about it just resonated with me
Mhm.
immediately, and I thought, I could see the potential in it. I could see the opportunity to make really good money and have freedom. And honestly, that is my biggest core value, is freedom, just to be
Yes.
able to create the life that I want to create, and to do that with a sense of joy and playfulness, and within community obviously is so ideal for that. So that's kind of where it started for me, and
Mhm.
it just was a spark that set ablaze. And so I was on one of Pace's calls fairly
Yes.
I really didn't know anything about him, and it was an elephant challenge that he did, and he pulled me up on stage, and I was like, "Oh, crap."
Those are always fun.
I know, and I was on there for like 4 hours with him, and he was asking me all these questions about vision and things like that, and I don't think he had any idea how new to the entire industry that I was, because I didn't have answers for any of that. So it's really funny to think that was a year and a half ago, and all of the changes that have taken place.
Right.
And that's a relatively short time
It
to
is.
feel like life is so different. So
Right.
it's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
That's amazing. And I'm so sorry to hear about your mom, but this kind of was the catalyst that struck to make sure that you're getting your feet wet in real estate. Now, did you join SubTo first and then Owners Club, or what was your path?
So I joined Gator.
Gator. Okay.
And I came, not, I don't know how close I really came, but a couple shady deals came across my path. And I said, I
Yeah.
don't know if this is really something that I don't think that I know enough about it. And,
Sure.
I think I was just trying to, what makes the most sense for me.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so at the time that was Gator, but it was something that I just never latched onto, the Gator
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
And so I went to Squad Up. I loved the community, and it was honestly, that was the best event I did. Other than our Owners Club retreats, that was the
Yes.
best event
Squad
I
up.
did.
I know.
It's just such a lively and vibrant community, and so friendly and fun. And it was just an incredible event. And so it's really funny because he started talking about Owners Club, but he didn't call it that. He just said, and now let's talk about where our community is heading. And I don't remember what was happening that day. I don't know if I went to get a snack or a nap, but I was like, I think I'm going to take a break and from all the socializing, right? And so I left the room, and that's when he announced Owners Club. And then I came back. I think then lunch happened, and then I came back after lunch, and everybody was talking about this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shoot, I really missed something important. And so I really kind of just tried to get as much information as I could. And I really wanted to soul search because I wanted to know that I was going to take advantage of everything if I signed up for that.
Right.
So when I signed, I ended up signing on at the end of the conference, by the end of the conference. And they had a thing where I knew I would eventually sign on for SubTo. So I just did it all at the same time.
A one package deal.
Exactly. I was like, I think they were offering something if you signed up for that as well. And I thought, well, why not do that right now? Because I knew that eventually I would want to. So
of course. Yeah. So it's amazing to see from the time we met, I would have to say it was Arizona. And then the journey along the way and where we're at right now, right? The whole year has made so much difference because we're coming up in a year. And of course, we're going to the squat up again in Dallas this year. So I'm super excited for that. What if you were to talk about maybe like one thing that Owners Club changed in your life, what would it be?
Self-doubt. It's probably the biggest thing. That was one thing that my mom said. I have a coaching business as well. And I was looking with a friend of mine who did special events. We were going to purchase essentially the intellectual property and everything associated with the networking group.
Okay.
I had talked to my mom about it, and I was really excited about it. And she said, Chris, you have a lot of confidence. She goes, but you've got a lot of doubt. And that was really, my mom wasn't one to give a lot of advice. So that just was really, it just kind of cut to the heart of things. And I knew she was right. And so in starting this in the last year and a half, just looking through, just like you said, meeting in June, and even from then, all the uncertainty between, am I doing this? Am I doing this? And just exploring and really trying to find that fit. Right.
Right.
So just through the course of this past year specifically, it was after signing on for Owners Club, being in this community and this environment, I think it was just such an inciting moment of you need to figure this out, Kristyn.
Right.
And you need to get really clear on your core. You need to bring your purpose into this. You need that solid foundation. And I think for me, that was this first year, was really building that and really exploring some different things. And some of them were things that I didn't want to do, but I needed to know that. So now the deal that I'm taking on and the kind of the trajectory of my real estate investing career went from fix and flips on mobile homes to building multifamily.
Wow.
So that is a really big leap.
Sure.
So the structure is similar, but there's so much nuance to the bigger project.
Yes.
But it's really funny. I'm watching the different players in my project, and I'm seeing the sureness that I have, even in asking for help if I need help to, make it a really safe and good transaction and project for everybody. But I have the confidence now through what I've done in the flips to be able to really carry that out and lead that process, because I'll be the one bringing the capital and managing the project.
Wow. So that's awesome.
It has changed everything. And I'm watching as we're navigating, the negotiation phase and all of that, and who's doing what and what parts I'm taking hold of. And it's really funny to see, I'm going, wow, I'm so calm in this and I'm so excited about it. And it's just a different level of leadership. And really, I think people need that in this industry, because so much can go wrong. They need to know that they're with somebody who's going to lead them and protect them.
Sure.
So through all of the different routes that I've gone this year, it's really, kind of taught me how to be able to do that well.
Yeah, for sure.
In this community, we're in a community of leaders, and it inspires us to rise to, not their highest level, but to our highest level. And I think that has been such a gift to me. That's probably been the biggest gift this year, is it just awakened me to me.
Yes. And what you're capable of. I think right along the lines of that, one thing that you just said, that, the levels that's within Owners Club, it may not be the level that we want to be at, but it stretches you and expands your vision and your horizon of what you're capable of. If, you surround yourself with the people within our community. I mean, there's so many different leaders and so many different strategies. I mean, anything that we can think of, fix and flip, buying businesses, to lending money, to, I don't know, the sky's the limit, RV parks, mobile homes. It's just an amazing, amazing community. So thank you, Pace Morby.
Yes, thank you, Pace. For creating it. It's true. There's so much. Anything you need is within that community, and that's the power right there.
Absolutely.
Whether we were just talking about somebody that offered to check out a presentation for me and take a look at that and just kind of refine it. And I think that's really how we learn and grow. And we might be really great in one area, but when we're taking on something new, we're kind of starting from the ground level, and it's that, okay, now I have doubt about this, so let's get that worked out and learn how to really shine in our own way. Because I think that's Owners Club, is that there's so many different. It's not a one size fits all.
No, absolutely not. No.
Right? So many different backgrounds and backgrounds, ethnicities, like every kind of diversity is right there, and that is really rich soil. Yeah.
Love that. So, real estate, and then you have your coaching business. Share a little bit about that and what that entails and how you got started in that.
Yeah, well, the coaching business, it's really funny. I said that, I had a singular focus when I came onto this, and I had no idea what was going to be opening up for me in the coming year and everything. And really, the coaching business, it's so funny to see the two kind of coming together for me, and to see the impact that this choice of going down this path will have on my coaching business and my bigger vision for that.
Yes.
So I do purpose coaching. So I help people really get really, really clear. It's almost like, I don't know if you did this when you were little, but if I was told to go clean my room, I would pull everything out in the middle of the floor and then start to go, okay, this goes, this stays, I want this. And really, it's kind of an exercise like that. It's a 2-day process. I do an intensive with people and really helping them sort out, what's worth keeping and what needs to go, what's in the way. So we get really, really clear. There's a lot of power in words. And when we declare something, when we actually put words to our purpose and our core values and our strengths, it just is a different level of confidence.
Yes.
Yeah. So that process, I love so much, going deep with people and seeing on their face, I don't create put the words to it for them. That's something that I lead them through and I guide them. But man, Jules, when they get that, it changes their entire physiology. It changes the look on their face. It's like this, oh my God, that's so beautiful. I can't believe that's inside me.
Wow.
So
aha moment that just creates within them. You see that glow in their face. And
and to be able
awakening
to
inside.
To be able to share that with them and to watch that happening is just, man, that really lights me up. It gets me so excited. And because it really is, our purpose isn't really the job that we do. It's not the people that we love, but it's how we show up in all of those different areas of life. But we do that innately. And when we put words to it, we just see a different level of beauty. It's like holding up a mirror to our own beauty. And so I really, really love that. And I do have a big vision for a center here in Colorado.
Amazing.
So everybody that I meet within this realm, I go, oh, well, that's probably one of my coaching clients is a designer. So I said, that's probably going to be my designer.
Yes.
My contractor. And oh, these are the materials that we'll use. And so it's really funny to watch this. Even though I'm not actively building the center yet, it's really funny that I'm watching it take form.
Yeah.
So,
It's amazing when you find the purpose, and especially what the purpose that God has for your life, and you see it in vision. Like you said, it's building, right? You're seeing everything lined up. You're a designer, you're a contractor, the building, whose lives you're going to change and how you impact them. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And to take a step back from, the initial story you shared, how you got started, selling the family home, to now, doing fix and flips, mobile homes, to now developing. I personally have seen the growth in you from when we started, like not even knowing, like, okay, where we're going, what path are we taking? And you redefining your path to this level. I mean, it just amazes me to see when you surround yourself with like-minded people that make you grow and think differently. Man, the sky's the limit. And and being around the go-giver mentality that Paige just gives and gives, it makes you want to turn around and do the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. It has inspired me so much. Just to think more outside of myself. And it's so much more fulfilling to run a business that way. And really, we are disruptors in this field because there is a lot of money involved. And so, if you think about what happens in a family when someone passes away, that gosh, they love each other and they can get a little weird about money.
Sure.
Think about with strangers dealing with a lot of money. And so people can just, they can lose their damn minds. And so it really is being able to lead that way really sets a different standard in the projects that we do. And I think that's such a great way to earn trust from people is they know that you have their best interest at heart as well as everyone else on the project,
Sure.
So I think that's really important. And, I can say for myself, I take time every morning and it looks different for everybody, but to take time to really be with what the dream is, to really, your body doesn't know any different. If your brain is experiencing the emotions of the vision that you have, and if I'm picturing myself, feeling myself in that center, and I can smell it, and I can touch the different elements in it, and I can feel the joy of the people there, and just the hunger of the people wanting to do really good work.
Yes.
And it really changes, our brain is set to start looking for that. And I really, God designed us that way. And I think that's a really beautiful part of our nature and our ability is to be able to take that vision and really just explode it. And really, it's so unique for every person.
Yes.
Have that, right? What it feels like to me would be very different from what it feels like to you. And so to really take time with that and to explore that, it's not sometimes we think that we got a hard charge all the time and we constantly be going and just be, on the go and pursuing and just exhausting ourselves. And really, for me, I think that the stepping back and the really having a lot of clarity around the vision and what that feels like and really spending time with it, then it becomes more than dreaming. It really becomes visioneering and casting that vision and training our brains to look for. My brain found that stuff, right?
Right.
It comes into our orbit then, and we magnetize those things that, kind of support that vision, and it's magic.
It really, really is. And, to see what you've been, inspiring other people and how you're bringing other people along in the journey with you, that's definitely fulfilling in itself. So I thank you for doing that and exploring your passion and doing what your purpose is. in the big scheme of things, right? So that's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Well,
Yeah.
it definitely makes a big thank you for that, Jules.
Sure.
I just adore you. And
Thank you.
I think it makes a big difference when everybody's coming in with their own purpose,
Yes.
and living that out and contributing from that place. I think that we lead differently when we do that.
Yes.
And it's so joyful, and it's that freedom, right? So
That's amazing. That's amazing. So if someone that's brand new to real estate and unsure of their path, what would you recommend for them to do? Looking back on your life.
I would say, don't be afraid of shiny object syndrome.
we were every which way.
Yeah, explore things and give yourself the ability to do that, and do it with intention. Put yourself in an environment to meet people and learn people, find mentors, and find people who are doing, who maybe have a business that you would like to have, and put yourself around them. And I think getting the lay of the land, whether it's a community that you're going to join or a strategy or an asset class that you want to get involved in, to really, give yourself a minute. It's okay to step back.
Sure. Yes.
And learn how to protect yourself. Really importantly, I think that's a really big deal to me is, I had a really rough flip, and there were a lot of things that did not go well. And the thing I was most excited about and grateful for is that I had the contracts to protect myself. But I see how easily I could have missed that.
Right.
So I think that, I think that for me, it's okay to have a balance between forward motion and researching. But I think the value really, talk to people who are doing it. I think that really kind of gives you a more of a foundation of, do I want to create that? I wish I had done that with more wholesalers when I thought I was going to be a wholesaler.
Right.
That definitely was not a fit for me. But I look back on the year and I think, well, I'm glad that I know that now. I know that with certainty now. So,
right.
Yeah.
And that's good. It's good to know what you don't want to do, right? So but at least you tried, and you're gonna get the experience from being a wholesaler and understanding what their world is like.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
And I think just, Jules, taking the pressure off, thinking you have to have all of it figured out. Step out in a deal, do some things, and but take the pressure off, because that's like the Chinese handcuffs where, the harder you pull, the
tighter
to get your fingers free.
Yes.
It really, give yourself some space to educate yourself, to do that, to create a vision for. I think too, that's a really big deal, that when we have a really clear vision, things tend to, I didn't see myself going this route of building multifamily, but it's really funny how that came in order to support the vision that I was clear on. Right.
Right.
So I think that things start to just fill in. And when we have that clear vision, we spend time with it.
Sure.
We feel that, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for sharing that. And from a community perspective, what do you need? Like, if someone were to reach out to you and say, hey, Kristyn, how can I help you achieve your goals? What are you looking for in the community?
That's a great question. Well, I'm doing capital raising now. So that is a really big, I'm doing this first project, and then I want to move on and I have something in Colorado brewing and some other things. And so really the capital raising and
funding on your deals, right? Okay. Awesome. And what's the best way for someone to reach out to you if they have money just sitting in their pockets? They have deep pockets.
I like the way you think, Jules.
Oh, Kristyn, here you go. Have at it.
Well, my Instagram is at Kristyn Cozad, spelled like it is on the screen here, and or illuminatinghome@gmail.com.
All right, perfect. So and her name, Kristyn Cozad. Or Facebook. Okay, perfect. And then can you say the email again? Illuminating Homes?
Illuminating, ILLUMINATING. I hope I spelled that right. Home with no S at the end, at gmail.com.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And if, Pace always wants us to give back, if anybody wants, help with the coaching or anything.
Yeah.
You're such a giver.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, just getting, if you need help with clarity and really pulling out the gifts that you have. I do have a workshop. I'm going to be doing another workshop this summer, likely in Montana.
Awesome.
So I'm really excited about that and getting people in there. It's a 2-day workshop and we go really, really deep into all the things and really clarifying what that path could look like. So
it's amazing. Amazing. So, wow. Any last minute gems or dropping jewels you want to share before we wrap up?
Jewels. Oh my gosh, how did I not think of dropping any jewels?
You dropped a lot, trust me. There's a lot of this, yes.
I think mostly this is my thought, especially if someone's newly starting out or someone feels that they're at a place of just kind of being stuck a little bit. I think that, step away, take some time to clarify your vision, but just be sure that it's your vision.
Yes.
Everybody's doing it every different kind of way. Don't try too hard to do it like someone because that never lands. It's not authentic and people don't resonate with it. So just embody that thing, that spark in you, that thing that's special about you, the way that you connect with people, the way that you think through things, and really hone in on your superpower and what you would have to offer instead of thinking that you might be a wholesaler too.
Right. Yes. That's awesome. I love that. So, you're going to see people that are a million miles ahead of you. You're going to see people that are behind, but you have to go at your own path, your own pace, and just, take a step back, like she said, because Rome wasn't built in a day. And don't put that extra burden on yourself, but definitely reach out to someone who's already doing it and, just learn from them. So I love that, Kristyn.
And get past that self-doubt and just remember you have something that they don't have.
Right. That's superpower. Everyone has a superpower. So yeah.
Jules has things that I don't have and vice versa. It's always the case. What is that thing that you have to offer and that you love to offer?
Yes. I love that. And keeping it simple. Well, guys, that was Kristyn. So thankful to have you on the show and sharing your jewels with everybody and, just giving it and talking from the heart. I think that's what it's about. And just sharing that we all have different dreams and different vision, but we're using real estate as that vehicle to achieve our goal. So I want to thank you so much for sharing and thank you, everyone. Please comment, drop us some jewels in the chat there and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, Kristyn.
Thank you, Jules. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.